Well, good morning, everybody, and my sincere congratulations to each and every one of you. As Beth said, I was in your shoes just 27 years ago, and I can certainly say that my experiences and degree here from CFSU have served me very, very well, and I'm sure they'll do the same for each of you. You know, each of you has made a number of choices to be sitting here earning a degree and opening up a whole new set of opportunities for your future. And as you start the next leg of your journey, you're going to be faced with a whole new set of choices. Some big and small choices, some fun and some stressful choices, some short-term and today choices, and some choices that will have longer-term impacts, some important choices, and some annoying choices. So here's my advice to you. First, choose to be healthy. Nothing is more important than your health, physical, spiritual, and mental. You know, as I approach being 50 years old, I certainly recognize this one, how important health is more and more every year. Actually, maybe more and more every month. But I must say, I'm thankful that I've made health a priority over the years, and there's no doubt some years were better than others. In fact, I remember a time when I was living a bit like a robot. I was traveling Sunday through Friday night, working 12, 14 hours a day, tired all the time, really not present with my family and my friends. And fortunately, my now husband, Steve, had a bit of an intervention, and I guess I had a wake-up call before I let that go too long, and I'm very thankful for that. So keep health as a number one priority. It's much easier to stay healthy than it is to get healthy. Second, choose to do the right thing, and do the right thing always, even when people aren't looking, and even when it's the most difficult choice. You know, you have to live with your choices your entire life. So don't face those difficult situations. Protect your integrity. Don't let groupthink allow you to compromise. It's really important. You know, I've been in consulting for 27 years, and at one of my clients, I observed a management team who really began to push the envelope in terms of what was right. They started to legally bend the rules, and soon that same team really began to kind of lose track of what was right and what was wrong. And things didn't turn out very well. And if just one of them had stood up for what didn't feel right, things could have turned out differently. I've personally faced situations where I was worried that doing the right thing might jeopardize some business relationships. Maybe it would potentially impact my career progression. And yes, I had the stress of standing up for what was right and what wasn't popular. But I have to say that was nothing like the stress I would have had to deal with my whole life living with not making the right decision. And fortunately for me, in every one of these cases, things turned out well. So they were definitely worth the stress. So do what's right always, even when no one's looking. Next, choose to dream big and make the most out of every opportunity. You know, if you reach high and you dream big, it'll keep you excited, it'll keep you motivated, and you'll accomplish more than you would otherwise. But as you dream big, remember, not every job, not every step along the way is a dream. It takes time to learn skills and to build experience. Sometimes you have to be patient. You know, your next job doesn't have to be forever, but if you treat it like it might be forever, you'll probably get more out of it. During my tenure with Accenture, I've been fortunate to have a lot of different jobs, each challenging me in new ways, bringing new opportunities to develop skills, develop new relationships, and to just grow personally. And as I look back, some of the assignments I was least excited about were actually the ones that propelled my career the most. So be open-minded, dream big, make the most out of every opportunity, and remember, every step along the way isn't necessarily a dream. And lastly, choose to make time for the things that you love and the things that fill you up. It's important to keep your cup full by doing the things that you love. It's also important to recognize that these things change over the course of your life. When my kids were young, I really did enjoy coaching. In fact, there were only 6 weeks out of the year I wasn't coaching 2 youth sports teams, whether it was basketball or soccer or baseball. Most of my friends and colleagues at work thought I was crazy. It definitely made my life and my schedule a lot more complicated, but it filled me up. I loved playing sports as a child, and this gave me a chance to develop a new dimension in my relationship with my children, to give back to my community, and candidly, just do something other than work. I don't coach sports anymore, so what fills me up right now is engaging with my teenage children in their school and their homework and their activities, hiking with my husband, traveling internationally as a family, and definitely getting massages whenever I want. It's a key for me. So make the time for what fills you up. I hope each of you enjoy the next leg of your journey. Make your choices great ones, and again, my sincere congratulations.